Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at some very interesting games that happened in EU RLCS last weekend. We're on Grama POV for GHT against Manchester City. GHT standing for Grama, Hyder and TMS, the players comprising of this full Italian team who are trying to reverse sweep Manchester City here. Man City are winning 2-0 at this moment and it's a best of 5, so GHT need to win every game from here if they're going to advance and become the first ever full Italian roster to make playoffs in RLCS. Now, this team is coached by Cuxer97, the most successful Italian player of all time, one of the all-time greats. And it's, I think, fitting that a full Italian team have an Italian coach, and they're trying to be the first team to make the top 8 with a very unique playstyle. We're going to get a look at it here. TMS with the back pass towards Grama, who shoots very well, past unaware Manchester City defenders to make it 2-0. That's what you need to be looking at for today, is back passes and positions where back passes are actually viable, because these guys do it a lot, and we actually have a little bit of a clue that this might be intentional. Cuxer97 tweeted regarding their performance this past weekend that he's extremely proud of being the coach for these players, and that they gave him trust while thinking outside of the current meta, and it delivered in such a beautiful way. So, is this a Cuxer97 thing, setting up back passes? Is that what they were going for? Is it trying? Does Cuxer think back passes are OP and that we just need to be passing the ball backwards more than other teams are? Or is that just a symptom of the actual playstyle that these guys are going for? I'll let you guys decide in the comments. You guys can discuss what you think is going on here. But one thing that is true without a shadow of a doubt is that these guys do back pass a lot, and it's really cool to watch. It's not just about back passing to create goals like Grama did previously. More bumps coming through from Man City, but great defense out of Grama as he jumps onto the backboard and gets the interception. For me, what I'm noticing is not so much that these guys think back passes are OP and they're trying to spam them as much as possible. It looks more like a patience is on display, and it's patience recovering, and it's also, as well as patience going back, patience advancing. So very often when I watch these guys play over the weekend, I'll see someone lurking upfield, looking to intercept passing lanes, challenge from behind, and I think even more clearly, you'll see a third man sitting very deep and never committing. Well, maybe not never committing, but rarely committing. It's very interesting to see. So Grama's doing it here. He's not getting stuck in joining the attack. It doesn't actually end up mattering as his teammates score, but that to me is, I think, what these guys are up to that's a little bit different from the current meta, because most teams would just get everybody forward there. You think, okay, well, we're in attack, the ball could spill out to the edge of the box, I could have a free shot, I'm going to advance, I'm going to get stuck in to the action. But these guys are actually playing it a little bit differently, where the third man, it's not just Grama, but TMS and Hyder as well, will very often just sit really deep, and then it's more like a bailout option if the attack goes wrong. Oh dear, Hyder's accidentally knocked that one on his own net for 2-3. But yeah, it's kind of like a safety net. If the ball does go clear, then you've got somebody back. And more than that, the other players know that there's a player back there, so they can hit a back pass really hard without the fear of it being too fast and ending up going past the whole defense in the other direction. They also don't need to as urgently get back because they know, well, we've got somebody back there. So it allows for players to sit upfield longer, looking for those sneaky challenges, sneaky passing options, with the understanding that, well, there's another little back pass there. You've got players back who are going to let you stay up front and let you work off the ball. But nice force there, Hyder into Grama. Some of these things, some of these concepts I'm talking about are actually pretty common. You'll see them in lots of different teams play these days, most notably cutting off, cutting rotation to challenge the ball. But look at that, Grama actually just sitting upfield for a really long time there, trusting his teammates. He was first of all a passing option to move the ball forward, and then he ends up back passing the ball. So yeah, they're moving the ball around a lot more up and down the pitch than other teams that we see in RLCS. It's another back pass by TMS, goes towards Grama, and this is really cool to see because it's not often in 3v3 you see a new playstyle or any kind of hints of a new playstyle. But these guys have definitely figured it out. Maybe getting it a bit wrong here, so I think the third man there wanted Grama to challenge. Grama doesn't go, and Man City do score. With 1 minute to go, let's see if they can come back and win this game, if they can qualify to top 8 through this match, well, they need to go and do it in another one later on. Man City, of course, are going to be in Paris. I forget if I mentioned this already, but these guys are a good team. They've played very well all the way through the split, and they're really testing GHT here. But GHT get away with one, and they are still holding on to this tie game in Man City's attempt of a sweep. Good overhead read by Hyder. Grandma, who was affectionately known as Grandma for the for the weekend on the RLCS broadcast. The obvious reason being his name. It comes from his actual name. Kevin Grammatica is his real name, so that's why he's called Grandma, but affectionately known as Grandma, our Grandma, the RLCS Grandma. If you watch the broadcast, you might have heard about this. As good save, Hyder being forced to scramble for that one, but now going on the counter attack. Hyder with a redirect attempt. It doesn't connect, and it goes grounded into overtime. So 1 goal needed for the Italians if they're going to start the reverse sweep here. They've had a pretty good game of it. It's been interesting watching them back pass the ball as much as they have by simply having a deeper third man than other teams are usually showing in RLCS these days. All the talk has been about offense. All the talk's been about aggression. Speaking of, they're getting demoed here. That's good stuff out of Manchester City, who have had the better chances at the tail end of this game. They've really been putting the Italians under pressure. TMS again just looking to disrupt the play, give the third man a clear entry to the play. And if you guys do want to try this yourself, remember that you need to be very patient as third. You need to let your teammates cut for you. You need to let your teammates challenge for you. Graham here just sitting under the ball, forcing the air dribble to go over him, forcing the air dribble high. That is a concept that pretty much all teams are doing these days, is challenge the ball to force the opponent to air dribble high. That way your third has an easier read when they do decide to come in and make a play on it. But if you've got that patient third, like I'm talking about, if you guys want to try this and you've got a patient third man that you want to utilize, remember that does let you linger upfield just a little bit longer if you think there might be a chance to be a passing option, to maybe do some cherry picking of your own. And yeah, letting the first man challenge. There it is again, Grandma just challenging, cutting rotation, maybe you could call it. Well, that was a bit of a less clear example of it. Hyder spotting the hard clear coming his way, looking to get on the end of it. Almost 2 minutes into overtime, still no goal in this one. Man City have had the better chances, but GHT are surviving. It's a good fake challenge there by Grandma. TMS doesn't have boost, Hyder will, and there's a beautiful back pass towards Grandma. They do this in the offensive end as we saw earlier, but they make good use of that in defense as well. Just playing the ball hard into each other's path, catching the full run up, the full stride follow up, which is what you want. Can be risky, of course, to try that in rank though, hitting a back pass as hard as possible. Sometimes leads to an own goal. Sometimes leads to your teammate getting taken out of the game. Looks like fakes have come through by mistake here. Grandma chased it down. Seiko catches him at the end of the shot just in time, and that's game. We'll cycle through the POVs and see how that happened. I think I've gone one too far, actually. Yeah, I wanted to see TMS POV. I mean, that's just full faith in the bump landing. Great job by Grandma. Seiko couldn't keep it out. Now let's skip ahead and see what happened later in the series. Alright guys, we're jumping ahead to Game 5 of the series. GHT were able to win Game 4 as well. That was a very close affair, just like Game 3 was. But they are just fighting tooth and nail. We're in Hyder POV for this one. You see him there sitting deep, as GHT like to do. Have that deep third, let everybody else cut for them, and be an option to back pass at all times. Back pass towards, I should say, at all times. Oh, Grandma and Hyder nearly teaming up to own goal that one. They weren't quite on the same page there. The physical plays continuing to come through for Man City, as there's a subtle back pass that comes into play towards Hyder. I absolutely love it. And another one, just Graham rolling the ball back to TMS, who then knocks it forward. And oh, what a shot that is! Hyder, top shelf. And look, it almost catches, I think it does catch Man City off guard because the ball starts off going backwards. Everybody gets comfortable. Everybody starts to come off the line. And then suddenly it's fired back into the mix. Yeah, the back pass is only part of the plan. It's about moving the ball really overall. The infield pass is obviously something that's more commonly seen in RLCS. But what better way to set one up than a little back pass and then mid pass right after. Absolutely brilliant. Good awareness here by Hyder, knowing that he's needed in the position. It's Man City, of course. They were not qualified for Paris at the point that this series was played. They were still the favourites to make it, but they would have much rather, of course, win this match, or they would much rather win this match and be in control of their own destiny all the way until they've clinched their Paris major spot. They don't want to have to wait and see if someone else will eliminate their rivals. But that's what's going to happen if GHT can close this one out, if they can win. And, like I said at the start of this video, will be the first ever full Italian team to make it into RLCS playoffs. Top 8. Which would just be an amazing thing for Italian Rocket League. So many players only come up through the Italian scene over the years. Some of you, you've seen some of them in 1v1. You've seen some of them in previous teams. I mentioned earlier on Cuxer 97, Arju, Dead Monsters also. Very well known name if you've watched my content, going back to previous Salt Mines. Also got Davoof has made runs, Mala. These guys have all made runs, you know, into RLCS main events before. But to make a main event with an all-Italian team would really be something special for a nation that's had to wait since Cuxer 97. Way back in Season 2 to have that big time success story. And what pass that is, what shot underneath the pre-jump, perfect placement, 2-0, and they're doing it their way as well. GHT, such an interesting team to watch. And final thing I want to say regarding the Grandma nickname, I saw some people on socials saying that this is disrespectful. You know, didn't make top 8 just to be called Grandma, but he seems to, Grandma himself seems to think it's pretty funny and like the nickname, so I think it's fine. If he thinks it's fine, then I think it's probably fine as well. I think he should lean into it personally. I think if he does ever make an RLCS line, I want to see him have some skits on Media Day completely catered around him in old Grandma makeup. That's good play there, Seiko, who's had an unbelievable split, putting in a goal for Man City in Game 5. Speaking briefly about Seiko's split, yeah, what a success story that is. What a revenge arc. Getting benched from GK and then joining the team from the player who replaced him, Tempo, and then just completely outperforming. Interestingly enough, GHT, who were watching, they also beat GK in this very same event. So they beat both of the teams, and there's another goal for Grandma, 3-1. RLCS's very own Grandma scoring, and again it was off of a back pass. So they are just really farming these, and it wasn't just in this series, it's in every series that these guys have played. They spot opportunities to use the passing plays, and they make them work as well. Defense for possession purposes, relieving pressure, and in offense for scoring goals and disrupting the play. Timing of their challenges is also so interesting to watch. They're not rushing. It really is, for me, all about patience. Like I said earlier, I don't think that they went in with the strategy. I don't think Cuxer said, guys, back passes are OP. We need to try and create a playstyle completely around that. I'm guessing that that's more... Oh, nice passing play by Man City. They get their second goal. I'm guessing that the back passing is more of just something that becomes available when the real playstyle, the positional style, the patience that these guys go for is executed well. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did actually reverse engineer a way to make back passes as prevalent as possible, which would be really interesting. Okay, 20 seconds left. Can they get across the finish line? The GHT boys had a 3-1 lead. Now it's just 3-2. Hyder's in front of the ball, running interference. He's going to come back and just sit under it here. Try to force as much as possible. Grandma confidently challenges from third, just dives in. You do have to go at some points. And Hydra's going to sit so back here. Any 50-50 that could go as wrong as possible, he will be ready for. But has he actually created a space that Man City can utilize? It's off the bar and into the ground, and it was close, but not close enough for Man City. I do want to point out at the end of this match that this can be the downside if you guys want to try this yourselves. Of course, having that very deep third like we have here, it means that even if the worst possible 50-50 or pinch happens, you're going to be ready for it. You're back. But you do have to be careful of one thing, and that's leaving too big of a gap between you and the player who's challenging in front of you, because where this playstyle can break down is if that player who's between you and the ball can't actually make a play on it. So TMS is rotating back post here. Hyder needs to be careful to make sure that he challenges at a time TMS can follow up, or if TMS cuts rotation, then Hyder needs to be ready to go. So you can't, it's not just about having a, pre-RLCS Season 1 Gibbs in net at all times so that you're ready for a back pass. It's more dynamic than that. You do have to be ready to make necessary challenges, which, yeah, they nearly were here. I mean, TMS did pressure the ball a little bit, but yeah, there are times where you can get caught out if you get this playstyle wrong. It's very, very precise. I think a bit harder than it looks. But well done to GHT, first Italian team, full Italian team, I should say, to make playoffs in RLCS. Absolutely amazing stuff at the end of the season. And to see Cuxer at the helm, coaching, coming up with a new playstyle that's not meta. What was his way of describing it again? He said that it was outside of the current meta. Yeah, that's just an amazing story. The most successful player in RLCS history, or the most successful Italian player in RLCS history, one of the GOATs, coming up with a new off-meta style, and that is what helps the first ever full Italian team get over the line. Hope to see more of them in the future. Really, really entertaining stuff. Hope to see more grandma memes. If these guys make a LAN, I want to see grandma skits, because yeah, these guys are great, and really root for them. And if you do get a chance, one final thing, check out the Italian broadcast. The Italian casting is just music to our ears. It's amazing to listen to the passion from the Italian Rocket League scene. But that's it for this one, guys. Check out the Next Rank links in the description. Check out the Next Rank YouTube channel, join the Discord, become part of the community, and check out our free course at thenextrank.com/free if you want a little taster, a little sample of what the full course is like. Also check out Chalkcast. We're going to be doing more Chalkcast episodes between now and RLCS Worlds. Well, obviously in Paris as well. But even when RLCS isn't happening, because that's the online season finish for the year, we are still going to be covering other events like FIFA Quals, Esports Nations Cup Quals, etc. So be sure to check out Chalkcast as well on Twitch, on YouTube, Chalkcast, and also on the Patreon. That's it for this one, though. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little side story, side quest of Italians in Rocket League. Congrats to them, and yeah, we'll see all the other teams in Paris. Good luck to everybody in what's going to be the biggest Rocket League LAN ever. Can't wait. Hope to see some of you guys there. Until then, and until next video, take care.